Transmission is coming to you approximately halfway between the moon and the Earth. See you ahead of
Hi, I'm Teddy Culp, and welcome to the first episode of my show, Utterly Serious Stuff, where I talk about things that are, somewhat serious? Quasi-serious? Well, they're things that I find important. And so today, for my first episode, I thought I'd talk to you about the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks. This is an amazing book series, and actually, making this video is one of the main reasons that I started making videos in the first place. Because I want to thank the person who recommended this book series to me, but he's not someone that I actually know, and I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to see him in person, so I thought using a public forum like the internet would be a good way to do it. You see, there's a fellow named Jason Pollara, or Lord Cat, who you can find at his site here, or where I first saw him at that guy with the glasses here. And he used to have this video series called Until We Win, where he would play hard video games and then make a video explaining how to beat them. And in one video that he made, he explained what all the stuff behind him, like my book series back here, was. And in that pile of stuff, he had a copy of all three of the Night Angel trilogy, and he recommended to go out and get it. Around that time, I had a Borders book card that was about to expire, and I needed to use it up. And when I got there, I found this for about the price that was still left on the card. So I got it, and I started reading it, and then I kept reading it, and then kept reading it. I was going to college at the time that I got these books, and I remember distinctly waking up, starting reading as much as I could, heading off to class, and then after class hurrying back to my room to keep reading. It is really good. It's one of those can't put down books, because the story is just so engaging, and there's so many twists and turns throughout it. I would especially recommend this book to fans of sword and sorcery stories. First of all, because it is a sword and sorcery story, and secondly, because it plays with the conventions of the genre. So there's a lot of times in which you come to a scene that you know you've seen before, you know what's going to happen, and then suddenly the exact opposite thing happens. And it's really surprising. It catches you off guard. It is amazing how well this book can surprise you sometimes, especially considering there's a character in the book who can see the future, who literally says what's going to happen later in the book, and it's still surprising when it happens. It really plays with your expectations in a really interesting and fun way. On that note, too, is that there's this long element of fate running through it, so that everything seems predestined, which leads to a bunch of coincidences, but in general they're very easy to explain away that, you know, fate is making this happen, so therefore it should be happening, especially with people like that one character who can predict the future helping things along. So there was only one point in the entire series where there was just so many coincidences happening at once that it just made me go, come on. But I quickly got past that and kept going, and it is continued to be an amazing book all the way to the end. There is one caveat I would put to my recommendation for this book, as that is, it is not intended for all audiences. This is a very adult book in every sense of the word. It has swearing, yes. Sex, very much so. Violence, oh hell yes. There is some very disturbing imagery throughout this book, but if you think that you can handle it, then by all means, find this book and read it, because it is amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Jason, for recommending this book to me. I hope you see this video sometime, and maybe I can get you some views from my fans to yours if I have any. Alright, so yes, to sum up, great book series. Go out and find it and read it. I think you'll enjoy it.